everyone. Hello and welcome in to day 3. What is it day 3 of, you might ask? Well, it's been 3 days since Sunday, which is when the Minnesota Vikings lost to the Green Bay Packers, officially eliminating them from the playoffs and ending their season for 2021. And it has been 3 days since that game, and Mike Zimmer is still employed. He is still the head coach of the Minnesota Vikings. So it has been 3 days since the Vikings have not fired Mike Zimmer, who is clearly on borrowed time at this point. I think we can all agree that he's most likely going to be out of a job come Monday, January 10th. Now, we just have to deal with him up until that point, and getting there is going to be a little bit annoying because we face a Week 18 meaningless exhibition game with the Chicago Bears. And by all accounts, I think we would all agree that we would like to see what the future looks like for this team, and that would mean playing the younger players and some of the rookies that we have on the roster this year. But the old ball coach looks like he's not interested in that at all. Probably because that these young guys won't be his guys next year. So Mike Zimmer held a press conference today, which have just been so exciting since we've been eliminated from the playoffs. And he was once again asked, not just about Kellen Mond, but about the youth on the team as a whole. All of the rookies, all of the young players. He was asked, will they play this Sunday? Will they see extended time? Are you going to evaluate them against the Chicago Bears this upcoming Sunday? And he emphatically said no. That's not going to happen. He said that the offseason is when evaluations will occur, not this Sunday against the Chicago Bears in real time, in real game action. So they will be evaluating rookies and young players outside of an in-game atmosphere. I don't get it, but maybe that's why I'm not an NFL head coach. So it was also announced that Kirk Cousins has been activated off the COVID-19 list, and he will be the starting quarterback for this meaningless exhibition against the Bears this Sunday. So I guess that's where we're at. I guess that's where we're at heading into the final game of the year, which is likely the final game of the Mike Zimmer era. He has no interest in the future of this team, and I'm probably guessing, I'm just guessing, I haven't heard anything official, that they probably have already talked to him and said that he will not be a member of this organization past the Bears game, because I think that is what has been told to Matt Nagy of the Chicago Bears, and he is definitely going to get fired on Monday, and I think Mike Zimmer will be joining him in the Pink Slip Club come January 10th following this game. So Mike Zimmer is going to use this final game of the season, in my opinion, to prove a point, and that is that he still knows what he's doing, and he is going to do whatever it takes to win this game in convincing fashion. If I were to hatchet a guess what the game plan is, and that is to completely destroy the Chicago Bears to the best of his ability. We do know that Justin Fields is going to be the starting quarterback for the Chicago Bears this upcoming Sunday. A little bit of a different approach by Chicago, putting out the rookie, the future of the franchise, the first-round pick, instead of an Andy Dalton or a Nick Foles, which Matt Nagy could very easily do, but he knows the writing on the wall. He is wildly aware that he's not going to be the coach, and he's going to do the right thing anyway. So we will not see Kellen Mond. We will likely not see Chaz Surratt. We will likely not see Patrick Jones. Maybe we'll see Patrick Jones just because they're so thin at defensive end. Wyatt Davis. If those of you hoping to potentially see Wyatt Davis this weekend, I would cancel that. I would cancel those hopes and dash them because he is on the injury report with an illness. And given the fact that he has been inactive this entire season, I think that they will use any excuse in the book to make sure that he is nowhere near that field on Sunday. So he will likely be inactive for this final game. And then, I think that they sort of maybe have to play Cam Bynum just because he's had flashes this season. But then again, you never know. They could just trot out Harrison Smith and Xavier Woods and be like, haha, we know what we're doing. You can't tell us what to do in playing the younger guys. So let me pose the question to you guys, because I've seen two sides of this debate on social media today. And it's that some people really want the young players and the rookies to have experience, get exposure, let's see what they have, all of those type of things. And then I've seen, surprisingly, in my opinion, the other side of the fence, where people are saying, why? Why do you want to see rookies and young players play in the final? Why don't you want to see the best that we have and win a football game on Sunday? Which, I guess that's a valid argument. I am of, two thinkings here. I am of two sides of the coin on this issue. Number one, I guess I don't care about seeing Kellen Mond play because I'm not going to be able to accurately evaluate him off of one game that is a meaningless exhibition against a bad football team, because these are both bad football teams, right? The Bears and the Vikings they're both bad football teams. That's why they're playing a meaningless game in Week 18. So I guess I really don't care about Kellen Mond. Would it be nice and fun and give us something to talk about? Absolutely, sure. Am I going to actually use a game that he plays in to like even try to attempt to evaluate him? No, absolutely not. But on the other hand, I kind of don't want the star players to play because it's an injury risk. It's a meaningless a meaningless exhibition. Why are you putting them at risk? There was a comment I saw today about why don't you want the better quarterback throwing to Justin Jefferson in this game on Sunday? I don't know if I want Justin Jefferson to play. What's the point? Why do you want to risk that? I mean, injuries happen all the time. Yes, and they could definitely happen this Sunday. So no thanks. I don't want it. I don't want it. Whatever. Have him in there for the first half and then just sub in everybody else. It makes no difference to me. I think a lot of people are already going to be turned off, so I don't think it's a viewership problem. I think that they're, since it's a home game, they might be under the thought process that's like, well, people pay tickets to this. We better give them the best that we possibly can. That could very well be, the simplest answer to the situation. But I don't know. There's a lot of different layers to this, but it looks as of right now, Mike Zimmer has no interest in the future of the Vikings, and that's probably because he is on borrowed time. So let me know what you think about this subject in the comments below. Do you want to see the rookies play? Do you want to see the younger players play? Do you want to see the starters sit? Or do you want to see that the best that the Vikings have to offer and probably win this game against the Chicago Bears, who are a bad football team, and I would argue probably worse than the Vikings were this year. So let me know what you think in the comments below. That's going to do it for me. I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.